Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Sunday, okay? It is Sunday all day. I did not feel like coming and doing a live. Y'all, I'm trying to wipe my nose off because it is a cold-ish, rainy day here in Michigan, and I was relaxing. I was chillaxing, enjoying my Sunday. It's almost Cinco de Mayo. Y'all know, may the 4th be with y'all today. And I said, look, there's a few things that we can get into, Jaylee. So, girl, put you on a shirt, okay? Make you a thumbnail. Okay, ask the people, can you hear me? And hopefully you can or not. And you gotta put my name up here and everything. And not be forgetting to take the name off because y'all know who I am. Boom. Okay. But I was like, it is things to get into. So go ahead and get on a live and talk to the people. Now I have to put my shirt on, so give me a second. I was chilling, y'all. I promise y'all I was, and I'm gonna throw on my little hood, my hoodie, my sweatshirt that was on the couch that I just saw, because I'll be having to remind myself to put on a shirt before you get on camera, because I be maxing, y'all. I be maxing and relaxing. But again, I hope y'all all had a great weekend. We are all going to have a great day today, and we're gonna have a great week. Tomorrow is not only is tomorrow Cinco de Mayo, but tomorrow is also the opening of Diddy's trial. Okay, I'm here. Where I'm at. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I can't see. Hold on. I can't see without my glasses. Is my lipstick on weird? See, I was putting stuff on, okay, without a mirror, and it looks weird now. But again, we are here, okay? We are here. A good time will be had. But tomorrow starts Diddy's trial. I think tomorrow is jury selections. Tomorrow is also why Super Bowl is the Met Gala, okay, which starts tomorrow. So that means on Tuesday we have a full conversation about all the looks and whatnot. So y'all just get ready for that. I did do my Love After Lockup review. That review was up. I have been doing every like 3 episodes or whatever. So that's how we're doing it. So it's there. Then we were live. No, we were live. I don't know, but I discussed Nene and Kandi and the Michelle lady, whatever. That's up as well. I have also been doing my what's it called, child? My Beyond the Gates TikToks that I have also been loading on my YouTube. So I've been, discussing Beyond the Gates. And then tomorrow also starts a new season of Basketball Wives. And lo and behold, I plan, try my shirt when the shirts be big and stuff and they look weird now. But I plan to review Basketball Wives. Not in no, I won't be doing a lot, girl. I will not be doing a live for Basketball Wives, but it will be an uploaded video on Tuesday mornings and whatnot. But hey, how y'all doing? Hello to everyone. I hope y'all all have already came in and liked the video, because that is always the thing to do. I hope y'all have always have already shared this live. Y'all have already subscribed to my channel. Make sure to comment in the comment section and stuff, because that is the thing to do. But hello to everyone, to my moderators, to the members, the JayBirds, to anyone else around here who came on this good old Sunday. Okay. Now, I'm only going to be here for an hour. I give myself 1 hour to get to y'all and talk, okay? Oh, come on. Not you trucking. Hey, how you doing? Look, be safe on the road. Is it Kai? I think it's Kai. Was it K? I don't know. It's C-I. Be safe on the road out here. Don't you be driving and texting and typing, because I don't want to cause no accident. I don't want that on my conscience, okay? But thank you for being here, okay? Be a hello to all of y'all around here, okay? I appreciate it and stuff, because y'all could have been like me and say, you know what? I'm a chill. I want to relax. I don't want to be around here with y'all, but I came anyway because I love y'all and y'all love me. Now, I got a thumbnail. I said, because look at these things I want to discuss it. It's a couple of celebrity things. It's a couple of real world foolishness things. And then there's random stuff that we will get into. Again, you know what I'm saying? Tasha K out here exposing people's husbands doing dirty work or whatever. Jennifer Williams shading Evelyn Lozada. I said, why y'all still beefing? In 2025, y'all still beefing? Girl, give it up, okay? Because I was like, what's happening right here? Beyonce little tour drama and whatnot, some Kandi stuff, some Porsha stuff, some updates with Shannon and Jussie Smollett, okay? And then a little bit of an update with Mary J. Blige's lawsuit with her being sued by her good old friend, Misa Hilton. Okay. So, okay, good. Because I'm like, I don't want to cause nothing. Okay. But safe travels on the road and keep the doors locked and your eyes open. Okay. Let me see. Because let me share my screen. Because that's why I said I'm only going to be here for an hour. Because I'm going to get right to it. Okay. And then that's going to be it. But I am going to put up a whole little schedule. Okay. A little schedule. I am trying to get back on track. Okay, how I used to be. Okay, it's not many shows I'm reviewing nowadays or whatever. Sometimes there's no topic, gossip stuff to go over. So I'm like, I have to have a schedule. So on Sundays, we know we be live for little, little hot topic chat. Okay, y'all know Sunday nights when Housewives of Atlanta come on, that review will be up on Monday. Okay, now we have Basketball Wives to come on Monday, so that means that review will be up on Tuesday. Okay, I will always be live Wednesdays. Okay, Thursdays will probably be my Beyond the Gates update video and whatnot, and then we'll do Fridays and Saturdays. We'll see. So I'm trying to have content up on a regular basis, whether it's a live that I'm doing or a recorded video, just to get back on track. Because I've been bullshitting. I have been bullshitting for a couple months now. I have been really, girl, just not doing what I'm supposed to do as a YouTuber. And once YouTube feel like knocking you out the algorithm, That's why sometimes they don't tell you I'm around here. So I'm like, I have to do my due diligence, okay? But let's get into the stuff on my thumbnail and other stuff too, okay? Because when I was looking at it, I was like, it's a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of little randomness and whatnot. And I said, girl, it's a day to get into the randomness and get into the other things for us to talk about. And that's what we are going to do. Okay. So I hope y'all got some water or some wine or whatever liquor you choose to drink. Okay. Little charcuterie board, little snack. Okay. I got my little water. You know what I'm saying? And my coldest tumbler thing or whatever. And so we are going to get into it and whatnot. Now, first thing, what do I want to do first? Okay, because first of all, kind of happy anniversary, a little bit of a happy anniversary. So 1 year ago, I can't believe it's been a year. I can't believe it's been one whole year. So 1 whole year ago today is when Kendrick dropped Not Like Us against Drake. I can't believe. I feel like Not Like Us just feel like it just came out, okay? And the fact that it's a whole year later, and if that song come on right now, everyone will get up and dance, okay? Everyone will laugh at Drake and do A minor together as one in unison. And I guess happy anniversary, okay? Because it was 1 year ago today, and that song still hit. Okay, he's still touring and everything. It says on the U of the Tubes, okay, it has 4.1 million likes, okay, and then almost 240 million views. That is crazy. Okay, that is crazy. Okay, I guess so. That's crazy. What song is Drake? Does Drake have a year old song that we like? I don't think he do. Not right now. But there's no song that they can say, oh, that came out for Drake. The will say, oh my God, I love it. We still love Not Like Us. Okay. I still will play it. I still hear it on the radio at times. I still hear it all the time. So again, congrats to Kendrick, okay, for the biggest diss song ever in his story. You know what I'm saying? That's something different. Also, we want to say condolences to Fat Joe. I wish he would stop going by Fat Joe. He ain't fat no more. But Fat Joe mama died. It was sad. May she rest in peace. Okay, we're gonna say peace and love and good vibes and healing prayers to not only Fat Joe, but his family and all of that. Okay. I don't know how old she was. Okay, but he said, rest in peace, mama. I love you, bloppy, bloppy, bloop. Okay, so again, losing a parent is unbearable. So I feel for that man and whatnot. So y'all send some kind words and healing, praying hands and good vibes and grieving tips to Fat of the Joe. Okay, and may his mama rest in peace and stuff. Also, I like Queen Latifah's show. The Equalizer. The season it was supposed to be the season finale. Tonight, the series finale will come on. The show is canceled. I am upset. I feel like so many TV shows are being canceled. Now it had 5 seasons. That's a run. Okay, it ain't like it gets canceled after one. It was 5 full seasons on CBS. I like the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, Queen came out and she spoke about the show being because it was on CBS. Okay, and I just hope the season finale is like it wraps stuff. I don't want it to end where the season finale has like a cliffhanger. Like I don't want she can't be somewhere. Oh, did she die? No, I just needed to be wrap stuff up because a part of me felt like a part of me feel like every show should end the season and we ain't waiting for what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Okay, but I'm just hoping because it come on tonight. Now it's the series finale. I don't because I know what happened the last episode, and I don't want tonight's episode to be a cliffhanging what's gonna happen next season because we ain't getting one. Okay, but Queen said stepping into a kick-ass role like Robin was everything I hoped it would be. Shakim and I at Flavor Unit are always excited to bring these kinds of fun, these kinds of roles and projects to life. And then we just hope you love them as much as we do. The Equalizer blew past every dream we had for it, and having the opportunity to do this for 5 seasons honestly feels surreal. Thank you to the cast, crew, blah, 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 blah. And the ending, she said, and don't worry, I'll be back kicking ass in something new real soon. What is it? We don't know, okay? But they canceled the show. They canceled a lot of shows. They can't, a lot of, CBS, Papa's House was also canceled. Was Papa's House on CBS? It was. Well, look, CBS, I like CBS. I do. I feel like I get why Papa's House was canceled. Papa's House was a good show, but I also feel like it wasn't promoted properly. Because they had the Neighborhood on there, which is also with Cedric and Tashina Arnold, and that was canceled, but we have one more season coming. But I get why they canceled Papa's House. I just feel like it did not get the ratings or the views it should have gotten, but I think it's because the show wasn't really properly promoted. I don't think Damon Sr. and Jr. Promoted it how some other show stars do promote. But it was a good show. I liked it, but I'm also sad that was canceled. I do hope Beyond the Gates is a great show. Beyond the Gates, I don't think they will cancel it because it's a soap opera. And they're still filming now. So, because I follow a couple of the actors on the show for Beyond the Gates, and they're still currently filming episodes now. So that means that stuff will come. Like we are on episode 47, I think, on Monday. They've already recorded 100+ episodes. So there are at least 60 more episodes that we get to do, plus what they're recording now. So I don't see them canceling Beyond the Gates because they just had a great week and people like the show. But again, for Queen of TV show, I think it did 5 full seasons on CBS. That is a great run for any to me, the only reason canceling this show would make sense is if tonight's episode wraps up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can see how they could clear it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And they did approve Watson, which is more Chestnut show for the season. So they're not getting rid of all the black shows. CBS also canceled the FBI International, FBI Most Wanted. So they're not only canceling black shows, they canceled a whole bunch of shows. I just have talked about some of the black shows, but they've canceled quite a few shows, but so is other networks. So it's not just that. I saw people on social media say, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They're canceling all the black shows. It's like, no, when they canceled some major Caucasian shows as well. So we shall see. But, Queen said, I'll be back doing other things. And I said, fine. Now, this is a little tidbit, little note. Do y'all watch Sisters on BET? I do. I can't wait for the new season. Okay. So KJ Smith, who's married to Sky, who's next to her, Sky Black. He is in he's on BT Plus's what's the name of the show, child? All the Queen's Men. They're married. Now y'all know I like to toss out my stuff, what I know, what I'm seeing. Okay, what I'm seeing. And I said this a couple months ago. I forgot where KJ was. I think, what was this? Whatever this event was. Yeah. So back in February at the Essence event, I said back then in February, I think KJ's pregnant. I think she's pregnant and they're just not saying anything. And I said that based on how she dressed has changed. Okay. Also at the NAACP award, I think it's when I first said I think she's pregnant because how she dressed. Because KJ again used to she just dressed differently before. KJ has never been a person who dressed covered up or dressed in any kind of way that her figure wasn't shown, and that she's always been in tailored suits, amazing outfits and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? How she used to dress was always tailored fitted. And I said back in February, I think she's pregnant. And I was on social media and I saw this picture of her, and I was like, okay, her face a little bit more plump, just a little bit. Okay. And I'm like, okay, she wearing an outfit that covers her whole body or whatever. Okay, fine. And I don't know what's going on. Maybe she just ate a sandwich, and maybe she's on a fertility journey. I don't know. But there are other reasons that our bodies plump up. You know what I'm saying? And because she is such a petite, beautiful, talented woman, I'm saying, so I'm not trying to police her body. I am not trying to put more on her than what is possible in life. Okay. I don't know that lady. I don't. I pay attention, and I said, I think she's pregnant. I said it. Okay. Now, I just like to be public with my thoughts when I think people are pregnant, and not to expose them, not to anything like that. Okay. I just like to notice when I notice that I notice something. Okay. And so that's all I'm saying. I have been right. If I have predicted 10 celebrities' pregnancies, I have been right 9 out of 10 times. Okay. So Miss KJ girl, because who wearing a big ass child? Who? Yeah, all I'm saying is we pay attention to changes. Okay. And every woman has a right to not want to share her pregnancy with the world. Every woman has a right to want to keep as much of their personal lives personal and private. Okay. Every person has a right to not want to share if they are with a child in case something goes good, bad, or indifferent. Okay. I am saying that out my own mouth as well. But I also am saying I think KJ is pregnant. Okay, I think she wants to protect her peace during pregnancy. Okay, I think that she is choosing to dress differently because of the pregnancy. Okay, and whenever her and Sky choose to say why she started dressing child differently for a few months and stuff, and whenever they want to say, because okay, because all I'm gonna say is if in 6 more months she's back to wearing skin tight outfits, I'm gonna just say I think that she was pregnant. She didn't want nobody to know. That's it. That's all. Okay, I wanted to share that little tidbit right here with it because when it comes, y'all, because Jaylee, I said it, and I wish her husband health and wealth and all the goodness that God can bring them. Okay, but I'm okay. Why is Ashley? Who's paying Ashley to sing? Like what? Who keep booking her? Who? I sure did. Mm-hmm. I do, and for me, it's never for me trying to out someone. It's just me saying, "Hey, I noticed something. I think," and whenever they choose to come out and say it, they say it. But that's it. I'm gonna leave it be. Okay. But I said it back in February, and that was when it was only I was like, oh, her clothes is changing. That's a little bit different. And now I'm like, okay, her clothes are changing even more again. And when people who usually always show off their figure in this fitted clothes, and they're now all of a sudden only showing their arms and their legs, and they're covering up their midsection. That's because they're pregnant. Because if you're just getting fat, gaining some weight, your body's getting bigger all over. When your belly is getting bigger, it's because you're pregnant. Anyway, who keeps giving her a microphone?
All right, I'm ready when you're ready.
No one should do that. No one. Because someone keeps paying her to come there and do this, or maybe she paid herself. I don't know what in the Caucasian is going on here. Who asked for this? I didn't. I just want her to go and sit down somewhere. Okay, I want her to go and sit down, take a breath, breathe it out. And look, this is my thing. I know when I think it was Housewives of New York, the lady, it's a white lady with short hair. I think her name was Luann. Maybe it's Luann. Count somebody, I don't know, but it's a Caucasian lady who can't sing either, and she has her own cabaret show, and she can't sing. I feel the exact same way about the white lady from Housewives of New York who can't sing that I feel about Ashley. I think both of them should not do it. Now, this is the thing. If you want to put on your own cabaret show and you have your fans come pay to see you sound bad, fine. Because I'm not paying to see any. I wouldn't dare ask y'all to pay to see me sing. I can't sing at all. So I would not want, and I on here, every once in a while I will sing a little ditty. Okay, but that's just me being silly. I'm not trying to be put on any kind of cabaret singing show. I'm not hiring band people, background singers for me to be the main attraction. That ain't what I want to do. Okay. And I do not, I think she's picking songs that she know will go viral. I think she's purposefully singing songs that she knows she sounds not too good in. I think she's doing it for attention because she probably wants to do a cabaret type of show, and she's gonna be around there sounding bad to make some ends meet. Okay, so but girl, she keep doing. I just tap her on the shoulder. Say, do you know you don't sound good? And my thing is this: there are songs that she could probably sing to that sound good for her tone of voice. I don't know why she's not doing those songs. That's my thing. If you are going to, I would be pissed if I'm a good singer and I'm singing backup for someone like Ashley. Okay, just saying, because I can sing. I can sing, but maybe she picked bad people. Maybe her background singers can't sing it. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, she around here getting my nerves. So yeah, Ashley still been aggravating even off the show. Speaking of aggravating things, Tank put out that there's a new single from Aaliyah. Now Aaliyah, child, when did Aaliyah pass away? Let me Google it. Hey Siri. Oh wait, my phone locked. I'm trying to remember what year. Hey Siri, when did Aaliyah die?
Aaliyah died August 25th, 2001 at age 22 in Marsh Harbor.
So 2001. Okay, so that was 14. Was it 14? No, 24 years ago. Okay. There should be no Aaliyah music coming out in 2025, because any song that she had back then, leave it in the vault. Okay, if anything else, re-release her old stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there is her re-release her old albums. And I can't play it. Okay, it's called Out Now. It's horrible. Not that she sounds horrible. It's horrible because they had to doctor up the song. So y'all go on the pack because I don't want to get flagged. Go to the Hollywood Unlocked thing. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all five. I'm gonna count to five now, and I'm gonna cut it off. Okay. Okay. It just don't sound good. It don't sound good. And there's a way to keep Aaliyah's legacy alive and not put out crappy music that y'all have now doctored and AI'd up to have her do duets with people she ain't never do duets with. You know what I'm saying? Now, if her and Tank had did a song 24 years ago and it never came out, that I get. But nothing that Aaliyah, did before she passed away will sound good now. Because even back then, her songs always matched where she was in life. You know what I'm saying? Aaliyah, from her first album to the One in a Million album to the Aaliyah album, they're all different vibes. And the Aaliyah was the last one, I think. Because we have the same birthday. Because her first album, Ain't It But a Number, was 94. Aaliyah came out in 2001. One in a Million came out in 1996, and they did I Care For You in 2002 after she passed away. The I Care For You album, that's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why Tank made a decision to release this. I don't know who approved it at all. I don't want it out. I don't want anyone putting out Aaliyah's music because they're going to try to doctor it up to match today's sounds. They're going to use too much to change it. And it just aggravated me when I heard, because when I heard it, I was like, it don't sound good. It doesn't sound like her. It sounds like backing tracks, backing vocals, or something she did, and they then made that into a song. And I think people forget that a lot of artists who've passed away do have tons of demo tracks or things they were working on that was never finished. Let it not be finished. It was not finished for a reason. So that aggravates me, is that if you're going to put out something from Aaliyah, it should sound good. One, it should not be Aaliyah and somebody else. Because Aaliyah rarely even did songs with other people. You know what I'm saying? So to have an Aaliyah featuring or Aaliyah in, I'm like, she didn't do that before. I feel like after the whole her and R the K thing happened, I feel like her music was just her. It was just her. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. So no, thank you. I don't want it. Get it out my face. Don't want to hear it. Not today. Not ever. And we're gonna let that be that. They said, Cardi B is dating the NFL player Stephon Diggs. But I feel like they just recently been dating or whatever. And Stephon Diggs now reportedly, allegedly, supposedly, had a baby with this girl, an IG model named Lord Giselle. Okay. And the reason I feel like this is messy is because it takes at least 9 months to birth a baby. Okay. I don't believe he has been with Cardi for 9 months. So I don't get why anyone say he just had a baby with somebody as if that means he cheated on Cardi. If somebody was pregnant before he got with Cardi, how does that even, they don't have nothing to do with Cardi at all. So I feel like some people want attention for the wrong reasons. Now, uh, the girl's friend, a friend of the girl, was the one who posted and said, "My best friend Giselle had just had a baby by him, and she ain't even on the internet trying to prove anything to anyone." I'm like, if your friend not around here, um, promoting that she has a baby with him, why are you telling about it? Like, what's the point of you saying, "Oh, my friend had a baby by that man"? And she, well, if your friend quiet, then why are you talking? Okay. Now I'm gonna say this: if he did not tell you, that's a red flag. If he was still messing with a girl, then that's a red flag. But if once he got with Cardi, he said, "Hey, I got somebody pregnant," she probably said, "I just had a baby too," because Cardi's daughter is nothing but a, well, let me see, Cardi's daughter is not even a year old yet, because that baby was born in 2024. So I don't believe Cardi's daughter, the younger little girl, is even a year old yet. So that would mean Cardi had just had a baby with Offset, and that would mean that Stefan had a girl pregnant as well. Okay, we both, had things, whatever. But can we have a good time? So I don't like when people try to connect two things that does not connect. The only way this to me would be a story is if Stefan has someone pregnant and she's 4 months pregnant. That's the Cardi problem, because that means he knocked somebody up at the same time as dating you. But if she birthed a baby, that means that girl was pregnant before he got with Cardi. So leave it be. But Cardi, girl, watch your step now. Watch your step. Watch your step. Oh, did y'all know? Congrats to what's her name, girl? Jackie Christie. Her husband, Child Doug, is now the head coach of the Sacramento Kings. Look. Jackie is the only actual basketball wife, because she is the fact that VH1 has the wife of a head coach on their show is crazy. And I'm hoping Jackie moved differently, not thinking she's better than the people, but I hope she now moves as, okay, my husband's a coach, so I can't be around here acting too crazy, because, you know what I'm saying, that will look bad on my husband was a coach. So I do hope she tries to hold her composure sometime and not be so wacky Jackie, because I'm my girl, he's a coach now. Is a coach, but also congrats to him, because he was like interim coach before, and stuff. He said, "No, I'm the head coach now." And Jackie like, "Yep, I'm here. Okay, I am a basketball coach wife. My husband played in the league. He now is coaching in the league. Jackie needs to grow up in that aspect of it. She can no longer be wacky Jackie. You are the wife of a head coach, girl. Okay. So one, congrats to Doug. Okay, and two, Jackie, don't fail me. Please don't fail me. Okay. We don't like Marlo Hampton, from who used to be on the Housewives of Atlanta, but Marlo may be a horrible person. But she's a great Montee. Okay, she put up how her little nephew had got into Howard. Okay, now look, Marlo was from, I think, like a poor family, or whatever. Marlo allegedly used to sell cooch to rich men. She would date rich men allegedly, and fuck rich men allegedly, and got some money that way. But she took in her nephews as their mom, her sister, you know, had some issues, some jail issues. I think some, maybe some drug issues as well, and some mental health issues and whatnot. But she put up how her nephew Michael will be going to Howard University. Look, I don't like Marlo as a person or friends, or a woman of friends in that aspect, but I do believe she has helped her nephews be the best they can be despite her faults in life. Okay. Again, we're gonna wish him well wishes or whatever, good vibes. College is hard. DJ just finished the first year of college. But congrats to her for, helping them on their way up in life. Okay. So we're gonna say congrats to Marlo as their mom, auntie. And that's a great thing. And I think it's also probably great she's off the show because she can help them, you know what I'm saying, get to where they have to be. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to Marlo for the job that she did helping her nephews. They said 8 million dimes was on the road in Texas or whatever. Now, ain't that too heavy? It said bizarre coffee accident unfolded on a Texas highway this week. A truck carrying an enormous load of dimes, it overturned, okay, spilling onto the road and whatever. 8 million dimes was only eight. First of all, 8 million dimes is only 800 grand. I guess if you had like a whole bunch of bags in your car, you can scoop them up and go to the coin star. You know what I'm saying? I guess so. Okay. So if you saw a whole bunch of dimes, would you try to get the dimes? I ain't got time for that. Dime. I don't want to come up. They're heavy or whatever. They're dirty. I don't know. But I would hate to have to pick up that many dimes. I would say just leave it. I quit. Also, how did it tip over? That's just weird to me. It's heavy as hell. It said it happened in the morning, caused traffic and everything. But they got because no one is going to take, if no, it was dollar bills, dollars, $5, tens, 20s, 50s, 100s. That's different. I'm going to take the money, but I don't want the dimes. It's not the time. What else do we have? Oh, Kandi put up, so the Tony Award nominations came out, and they didn't give any to Othello. So not to the Kandi Birds production, not to Jake Gyllenhaal, not to Denzel Washington, not to anyone. Even though the play had broken records all across, the Broadway stage or whatever. It's been all kind of accolades about how great it's been, how much money the play made, and blah blah blah. For some reason, they did not get a nomination. Saying now Kandi did say, even though that did not happen, child, we on the way. Okay. It ain't gonna stop us. We're gonna keep working. We have other plays on the way. But I was like, dang, why they ain't get no nominations? But I also heard that they did not give nominations to other plays as well. Other plays got the short end of the stick, not this Kandi play. So whatever. And I like how Denzel said in the beginning of doing it. He's like, I don't do plays for the recognition or for the awards. It's because I'm a theater person. So the fact that the audience has loved the show and the folks who've seen it love it is all that matters. Okay. The other haters, it doesn't really matter. What else I want to get in? I got just so much stuff. Oh my God. Look, y'all take a little minute, you know what I'm saying? And y'all take a little minute now and like the video because I asked y'all to. And we're back. I was with ice and had to pick up the ice and close my freezer. Okay. Now, let's see. Now, it was some foolish things in the real world that I wanted to get into. Now, I saw this story and I said, why are y'all around here marrying folks so fast? So this man in Florida, okay, was arrested because he married 3 women, all in Florida, in separate counties. Now, first of all, that man's eyes look real light. Okay, so he probably was hypnotizing them because his eyes was light. But I'm like, girl.
Charges for marrying 3 Florida women in 3 different counties at the same time. Tonight, those women are speaking out, saying the system that handles marriage licenses kept them in the dark.
There are no safeguards, and that I feel like that's part of where the system failed.
He took each one of us to a county over to get married in.
If the counties did talk, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
Now, I feel like I've never been married. But I feel like if you are married in one state, shouldn't there be like a state list of marriedness? Why is it only counted in the county? That's weird to me. Okay. And stuff. But I feel like this man knew already I can marry all of them in different counties and they won't know. But why didn't they do like a background check of their husband?
Investigator Adam Walser breaks down how this could happen at a time when online records can be viewed with a few clicks of a mouse.
A wedding usually signifies a lifetime commitment between 2 people embarking on life's journey. But these 3 Florida women learned.
And I just want to mention that they all happen to be Caucasian.
They were on the same journey with Henry Betsy Jr. at the same time. This is Henry's mugshot, which is the most recent and clear picture we have of him.
He looked like a vampire. Is he a lichen? Girl, I don't know.
Michelle married Henry in Hernando County in November 2022.
I met him on Match.com. We met in early November.
How soon did you marry Henry?
It was very short. It was very soon. It was within about 3 weeks span.
Okay, guess what, ma'am? That's your fault. Okay, ma'am, I blame you. This is why I said that. If I meet somebody on a website, I'm not marrying that man 3 weeks later. Child, how you know his dick work? How do you know how good he is in bed? How do you know his finances? You don't even know his parents, his family, his history. Girl, is he allergic to anything, child? Does he have any disease? You cannot get to know anyone in 3 weeks of time to then marry them. Now, unless this man has proven that he has $1 billion, he gonna die in 2 weeks. Unless you marry him and you have the proof of it. That no, ma'am, and she knew she fucked up the moment she said it was about 3 weeks. What? From Match.com. First of all, most dating websites is a scam, in my opinion. Okay, if you're not married now, just say fuck it. Just date somebody, live separately, and then y'all meet up for sex and that's it. Because ain't nobody got time to be trying to figure out if the person's a killer, a scammer, or somebody else's husband. It ain't the court fault. It ain't the county's fault. You met a man on a website and then married that man 3 weeks later. You didn't have time to find out if he had other wives.
Henry was still married to Brandy, who married him in Manatee County that February.
So that means he married Mandy in February. He met the other white lady in November. Either way it go, why is all of y'all marrying somebody so fast?
Brandy asked us not to show her face to protect her job.
I met him on a dating app. The first time I'd ever got on a dating app, he said, all the right things.
When Brandy
Red flag number one, okay? When anyone tells you all the right things, it's too good to be true. True love comes with an itty bitty bit of bullshit. Not a whole bunch of bullshit, but an itty bitty bit of bullshit. Even if the itty bitty bit is he is a nitpicker when it comes to food restaurants, or if he puts his socks next to the hamper, or he likes his ketchup real hot and not a little bit cold. When anyone said, "Oh my God," he said all the right thing because he's scamming you. He knew what to say. What is girl?
married Henry, he was still married to Tanya, who obtained a marriage license in Gadsden County in November 2020. Tanya asked us to blur her face because she's a domestic violence survivor.
Girl, look, mate, look, that's a sad thing. You also a fool, okay? Now, I say his first known wife, Tanya, married him in November 2020. In February 2022, he tied the knot with Brandy, okay? And then in November 2022, he tied the knot with Michelle.
Meeting him on a dating site, and the way he portrayed himself, he sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
I, Mr. Betsy, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm any testimony you are giving the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, sir.
Michelle gave us cell phone videos of court hearings. Henry Betsy Jr. was arrested for felony bigamy last year after Tanya figured out she wasn't his only wife.
And the bad part about it is he gonna move states, find more Caucasian or black women to marry because he's a handsome black man with light colored eyes, a smooth bald head, and a goatee. That's the sad part. And he looks to be, you know what I'm saying, built nicely. Girl, look, I always say, do your due diligence. Before you marry someone, background check. Okay, stalk them a little bit, not a lot of bit, a little bit. Okay, what this means, find out what you need to know before you connect yourself to that person.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea.
Hey, Shirley, this is Barbara. Girl, girl, what? Can you imagine you at home chilling and your husband's other wife calls you to tell you, hey, he got two other wives. You ain't the only one.
That she was actually still married to him.
I'm just looking because it's so bizarre we never get discharged.
The wives say marrying Henry was easy.
You go to the records division, you apply for a marriage license, they take your information, they take a copy of your photo ID, and we got married right there at the courthouse. No questions asked. There was nothing that was flagged in the system for him having already two prior open marriage license.
Because that ain't how. Look, do I feel like somebody in the system of the states in each state across the world, Craig, should be a list of who's legally married to avoid bigamy? Yes, I absolutely believe that, but that ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. But this man was married in the same state. You know what I'm saying? So at least state records should do something like that. There should be some kind of cross-examination. Even if you get married in one state, within a month time, each county should have to send to the other counties, hey, this person's already married. So something, I don't know. But do your own checking.
I did the paperwork and got married all within 15 minutes.
In Pinellas County, 2,000 people get married at courthouses each year. There is a 72-hour waiting period for Florida residents, but that can be waived by a judge, and there is no required wait for people from other states. Pinellas County Clerk Kim Burke says Florida makes it easy to get married because the state is a big wedding destination.
Does it surprise you that someone was able to be married to 3 different people in 3 different Florida counties at the same time?
Well, it does surprise me, but unfortunately, there's not really safeguards to find that out.
Burke says marriage applications are based on the honor system.
Well, that's the first part. Ain't nobody honorable.
They swear that the information on the application is correct. And one of the things they have to show is that if they were married previously, how did the marriage end? Either was death, divorce, or annulment.
But licenses and marriage certificates aren't compared to documents in other counties when they're sent to the state.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida.
If you would not marry a man you met 3 weeks ago on INeedDick.com, you would not have married somebody who had 2 other wives. Period. Like arrest warrants, no matter where you are, if you they would know. They would know. They ain't care. So the truth is very optional. The truth is, especially in this case, but I feel like they move too fast. That you can't blame the system for this. Like there's something you can say, the system failed me. It's like, no, ma'am, you failed yourself. I don't want to. You can't know my address if I have not done a background check on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know that you won't come in my place of love and affection and murder me because you are a murderer 2 counties over. And y'all, or at least this one right here, met him on INeedDick.com and then married him 3 weeks later at a courthouse.
None of this would have ever happened.
His wives, who met Henry on Match, Tinder, and Stir, recently found his profile on another dating site while he was still legally married to them.
Looking for a beautiful woman that understands the ups and downs of life, is trustworthy, and no games.
His wives say they later came to believe their marriages had more to do with money than love.
The day we got married, he was like, well, we need to make your bank account a joint bank account.
We were either
divorced
or about to be divorced, maybe coming into something.
Child support, alimony, anything that comes with, the extra perks of marrying a newly single divorced woman.
So he hit the jackpot here.
He did, 100%.
Y'all let a bald-headed, light-skinned-eyed black man convince y'all to marry him after a few weeks and then had joint accounts? Joint accounts, bitch? Bank accounts? Link your money to my money? You got my routing and my account number? My PIN number, bitch? No, y'all were dumb. There are people who have been together for years who don't have joint accounts. It's still, I got my account, you have your account, and we have a joint account that we both put money into for the monthly household bills that we both contribute to. But I'm not linking your shit to my shit ever. No, ma'am, no, sir. Because what's mine is mine. And what's yours is yours. And the two shall never meet. So and I'm not saying he ain't a POS for, tricking scamming these women. But y'all were dumb to fall for it. It's a scheme and a scam.
Henry's financial situation appears to have taken a turn for the worse.
You have any source of income presently?
No, sir.
You have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Michelle and Tanya say they escaped their marriage and obtained domestic violence orders after Henry became abusive.
Not, girl. Y'all met him on INeedDick.com, married that man, linked y'all banking information to his, and then he got violent. Again, that's why you don't marry people that you meet on INeedDick.com or I need Dick, whatever. Don't do it.
Brandy says she kicked Henry out of her house after just 5 days of marriage. Henry finally filed for divorce from Tanya following his arrest and is now seeking annulment for his marriages to Michelle and Brandy.
Do you think there's any need to do anything else to prevent this type of thing?
I just think it's too hard. I mean, as much as we have records and so forth, people are very transient. You can get divorced in another state.
Henry's wives are hoping he'll be convicted and spend time behind bars.
He won't, because he'll probably get other wives in other states.
It's a potential that he may just walk away with probation. And that's what's really hurtful, is there's no accountability.
Girl, white lady, Karen. Okay, Karen Isha. You have sometimes in life, we have to hold ourselves accountable for getting ourselves into these situations. Yes, he is the shisty, scheming, scamming man. However, you were too stupid to think I found this man on IneedDick.com and he is oh so handsome. Okay, he's so nice to me these first 3 weeks. Okay, yes, I'm gonna marry him and link our accounts. That was dumb. That was your fault. That was your fault. That you did not use your antennas to figure out this is a scheme and a scam. Scheme and a scam. So, does he need jail time? I mean, maybe, yeah. But y'all need some common sense training.
There's nothing that is going to stop him from doing this again.
Henry Betsy Jr. has pleaded not guilty to the felony bigamy charge and has another court hearing later this month. We reached out to him, but he declined through his attorney to comment.
Because he said, I'm not talking to y'all. I'm working on my new wives as we speak. Y'all put them in the news and shit. I hope don't nobody in the surrounding states to watch because I'm going to do it to folks in other. I'm going to have it do it in Florida. I'm going to Arkansas. I'm going to Georgia and find some women who need a dick. Okay. I'm going to dick them down real good, real fast or whatever because they ain't had no dick in a while. And then I'm going to make them feel like I love them. Okay, I'm going to then say, you know what? Let's go get married. Okay, let's link bank accounts. Okay, no. Nope. I don't want to even. You can't even have my email password. You can't have my cell phone password. And not because I'm hiding anything, but because for what? I don't know you, sir.
Well,
stupidness is stupid. Okay, when I saw this, I said, bitch, what?
I'll talk about a crappy situation in Delco. By now, you've seen the video. It's splattered everywhere. The video, that is. Police charging the woman, they say, defecated on another driver's car. It's always awkward when news anchors have to say the word defecating, but here we are tonight. This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm John Timoney. Police say it all started with a case of road rage that quickly escalated into a shocking scene. Our Chris O'Connell is live for us tonight in Prospect Park.
And Chris, the strange case has a lot of people asking a simple question. Why?
A strange case, to say the least, guys. In fact, so strange, many people thought this story was fake. But according to Prospect Park Police, the Delco pooper is all too real.
Delco pooper?
And she's under arrest tonight.
Can you tell us what happened?
The lady chased me. She chased me and I asked her not to attack me.
That is 44-year-old Christina Solometto being put into a Prospect Park police car. But you may know her by this now viral video. Police say the Ridley Park mother is the woman seen getting out of her car and, yes, defecating on the hood of the car of another woman. She's seen getting right back into her black Nissan we saw parked outside of her home tonight.
They were both headed in the same direction. They both lived not far from one another. And the woman in the dark colored car thought the woman was following her, where she was actually just going home.
The incident happened Tuesday evening near the corner of 4th and Madison, a half a block away from a Little League field where the Delco defecator video has left some neighbors speechless.
I don't know. It's been running through my mind all day since I've heard about it.
Just another day in Delco. Solometto was booked on charge.
You know how insanely crazy you have to be to not only get out your car and run up on somebody, but to get out your car, run up on somebody, and take a shit. First of all, did she just have to poop? Because who can shit on command? You know what I'm saying? And if you have to poop so badly, why you stopping? I have never in my life had so many questions about somebody pooping. I'm saying, I being arrested because you first of all, did you wipe your like you went and sat back down in your car with a shitty butt? Like who what? Like you didn't wipe nothing. I can't even comprehend how this would happen. I can understand road rage. I can. But how people these days will pop you if you run up on them or whatever, I'm not hopping out my car unless I have my own pop out on me to confront anyone, let alone getting about my car, backing my ass up, and then taking a shit on their car. That's insane.
Including indecent exposure, disorderly conduct, and a misdemeanor depositing waste on the highway. As she was getting arrested, Solometto says,
I have a sickness.
She didn't elaborate on the sickness, but the bizarre case has now gotten international attention. Not the kind this police chief wants.
It can't happen in this community. No town wants this to happen in their town. I mean, the recognition a town gets over this kind of thing, it's really unwelcome. We don't.
Is other people in your town taking shits as well? This could just be a one-off situation.
Want this?
Look, I'm not gonna look. I won't call this a Caucasian problem, but I do feel like it's weird. Because who just takes a poop on demand? Like, how do you get out your car? You know what? I'm gonna pull down my pants or lift up my skirt and poop on someone's car, and then get back in my car without wiping. Because I'm like, because there's remnants. There's no such thing as a clean poop in life. Okay, if you've ever changed a baby's diaper, you know this. Even no matter how much the poop goes, there's no such thing. So I'm like, that means she's disgusting. Because you normally walked back to your car and sat down and drove home. And that's okay. This man, okay, they said a man who had to be airlifted, okay, from Mount Fuji. Is it Fuji? Yeah, Fuji. Mount was it Fiji? I don't know, Fuji. After developing altitude sickness, was rescued again 4 days later because he went back to get his phone. Now, if you was climbing a mountain, okay, and you got so sick that you had to lose your phone, okay, you are airlifted from said mountain. Why would you go back to get your phone? Get a new phone. Okay, it said Chinese student, 27 years old, decided to embark on the trails of Mount Fuji on April 22nd, but ended up coming down with symptoms of altitude sickness and had to be rescued via helicopter. Okay, he left some belongings. Okay, one of them being his cell phone. It says instead of trying to just get a new phone. Okay, he went back looking for his cell phone. Had the same, still got sick and had to be airlifted the second time. I feel like if you have to be airlifted twice, they should charge you both times. Because if I leave my phone on a mountain, what's in my phone that I don't want any? Because if it's an iPhone, once you connect the phone back, you get all your stuff. Now look, I get that, but I'm like, what's on the phone? What does he have on that phone that he risked his life? Because look, if I was to lose my phone, I mean, if If I was to lose my phone, would I risk my life to go get it just so that nobody else can get it? But once you get a new phone, if somebody gets the old phone, can't you deactivate the old phone through AT&T? I feel like that's a good question. How, you know what? Okay, he's forgiven. He's forgiven. Because there are things in my phone that I would not want other people to see. But I don't know if I'm going to risk my life and die because of it. Because the amount of money you're going to pay for being airlifted twice, is the phone worth it? That's the part would I rather let pictures and videos possibly get into the hands of people who don't know me, or damn near die on a mountain? I wouldn't take a phone that had, I don't know. Anyway, he had electric twice, and I do wonder what he had in his phone. And right, they said they don't even know if he found the phone because he had to get taken away again. So, child, hopefully he got his phone but I now that I think about it, I understand, because there are things I would not want anybody getting in my phone either. Jussie Smollett. Now, 6 years after that, they beat me up because I'm black and gay thing happened, and him going to jail for like a couple of days or whatever. He's settling with the city of Chicago. Now, I still feel like he should have always paid them people that money and moved on. I'm saying it's weird that they spent more money on this case than they would have spent had they let it go. Between trials and juries and court clerks and all that shit, y'all spent too much money on this. Okay, it says on Monday, April 28th, they told the court reach out for settlement. So there is some kind of settlement going into place. This is the dumbest case I feel like I've ever witnessed go on for so long, because again, this all happened pre-COVID. Child, 1 billion folks have died since then. The crazy man is back in office right now. People shitting on cars at this point in time in life. I don't understand why this is an issue. That man lied. We know he lied or whatever. Get over it, leave it be. But they say it's going to be some kind of settlement. And after that, I don't want to hear shit else about him and nothing else, okay? What else I want to get into? Because it's just too much bull stuff. Paul Pierce is around. Who did Paul Pierce play for? Wasn't Paul Pierce on the Celtics? I feel like he was on the Celtics. Paul Pierce, is he an asshole? I feel like he's an asshole. A little bit. That's what he said.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like every relationship shouldn't be based off sex, but every relationship is based off of that.
I don't think so.
100%. You can't tell me nothing different. This is what I feel, and that's why I'll never be in another relationship, because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no. For what? Because it's going to be based off the sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. It ain't going to be based off of, this is the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
When people start saying listen carefully, they usually finna say something stupid or something profound. Either way, it's going to go viral.
I'm listening.
Relationships, let me tell you what marriage is all about. Let me tell you what marriage is and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Say what?
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, We're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids. And then when our kids, we're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them. They're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that to be by your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that. Like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage, what does it do for a man when things go south?
You know, dumb people. I feel like everybody has a right to their opinion. If marriage isn't for everybody, it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Some people are not good husbands, good wives. Some people are not good parents. You know what I'm saying? But for someone's opinion to say that marriage is only for poor people or old people, I was like, who hurt you? Like, who hurt you enough for you to not understand marriage is just a relationship. It's just a commitment to someone else that you love. And each person's marriage looks different. Some marriages are more free, some are more restricted. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what you need. But for you to feel like men have no benefit in being married, I don't understand that logic, because I feel like that's like you're saying women need marriage.
Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, but it's only advantageous to a woman.
As if women, we have heard of women who got divorced and had to pay alimony, had to pay child support, have had to take care of the men who were not the breadwinners.
Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We could be cool.
So you're telling me right now today,
you
on January 4th, you do not want to be in a relationship ever again?
I don't think it's realistic long term until I turn 70.
I hope once he turns 70, his balls falls off. Because that's like him saying, I want to be single and with whatever woman I can be with until I probably can't really fuck anymore. And because I can't fuck anymore, I got it on deck. Hold on, Sharice. I got it on deck because I was like, nigga, what?
Shut up. That is so stupid.
Because stupidity. Okay. I was like, nigga. And I understand how some people don't want to get married. I understand how some people don't want to feel confined, tied down, and all of that. But you find someone who wants the same things you want, and y'all just kind of date and be together and fuck and then move away. And you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I don't like how he made it so general. And in a way that means women need marriage because we need someone to take care of us, as if we are not living life as full-fledged human beings, taking care of ourselves. I know plenty of women who are I take care of myself. I work, I pay my bills, I do for me. And even when I am with anyone else, I'm still my own individual self. And so I don't need to get married for someone else to take care of me. Now, I don't know what hole he been fucking with that want your money, and which mean, you know what that means? That means he can't fuck good. When the only time women are around you, or men, is because what you can do for them financially, you can't fuck good. Because to him, that's why the women are around. He wants some sex. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want love. He doesn't want companionship, whatever. He like women is around me because of what I can give them. The money I can pay them or whatever. That's it. But I was like, why you stupid. I don't like you. Now, it was another part where he was talking. Let me find it. Hold on. I think I saved it, but I gotta remember if I saved it or not. Oh.
Why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
When folks say I want to hear from him, let him put his foot in his mouth.
Honestly, think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
I mean, you know.
I had an interview with
they don't mind being held accountable.
I feel like, why do you feel like?
So white women are more apologetic and they appreciate you. You know, sometime in life, podcasts are made so that people who we don't know are stupid can be exposed for being stupid. Because that's something that's stupid. That's stupid, and I don't like you. Let's get to stuff that's on my thumbnail because shall we already been an hour. Girl, why don't y'all be telling me that I'm already an hour in? Okay. Now we did Jussie. Let me get Mary. Okay. You know, Mary and Misa in this lawsuit around here. You know, Misa was suing Mary for I think $5 million over the man Vado. They're saying now Misa and Vado was in a relationship for one. And I said that's weird. Because if that was your man, how did your man allow another woman to talk him out of working with you? Okay. There's no way that someone I'm fucking is going to allow another woman to convince him to not work with me without me knowing the whole time that this is the conversation happening. Then he would not put himself in situations that he would be able to be alone with said woman without me. Okay, so Misa, I blame Vado. Okay, I blame Vado because if it could, you know, I saw it in the post that said they was allegedly dating. Vado and Misa. But again, girl, why? Now, Misa was also saying, well, I didn't want to sue her. Okay. If she just restore Vado's career. I was like, what career? I feel like Vado is not a known rapper. He used to be on Cameron Dipset label. He used to be on DJ Khaled's label. No one knows him. He doesn't have a career to restore. Yeah, this same Vado who seemingly choked Tahiri on Marriage Boot Camp, you know, years before. He yoked her up. You know, on the show and stuff like that. Okay. Same Vado. But I feel like Misa, girl, cancel this lawsuit. One, I get it if you and Mary ain't friends no more. That's a sad thing to behold. But Vado and career in the same sentence does not compute. It don't make any sense. Leave it alone. Okay. But again, if you and that man was in a relationship allegedly, and he allowed someone else, a friend of yours, to try to get him away from you, girl, you should sue him too. Because Mary can't force that man to not do stuff. Okay. That's just weird to me. And also, maybe Mary shelved his album because it wasn't good. Mary has not spoken out because she won't ever. Mary rarely speaks out about stuff. So we have not heard from her. But again, her Mises people say, they've heard nothing from Mary. Okay, no text, no call, no nothing. There's been radio silence. Well, because I think with the Diddy trial coming up too, everyone's like, you know what? Let's just stop any connection to anything that has to do with Diddy. So we shall see how the lawsuit turns out. Beyonce, again, I think night 3 of her Coward Carter tour is tonight in LA. I'ma probably be on TikTok watching for third. People be going live the whole conference. I'm gonna see. But the first 2 shows that she's done, child, there's people who on the Sphere, the Las Vegas Sphere thing in Vegas, sent a cease and desist because during her tour, part of the visuals is a on the screen, on the background screen, you see a huge Beyonce like dancing through Vegas, and she picks up the spear and she kind of plays with it or whatever. It's maybe 5 seconds of her holding a spear looking globe or whatever. Well, they sent Beyonce and the tour people a cease and desist saying, hey, cut that out. We do not want, our stuff on your tour, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm pretty sure Beyonce knows just cut it out or whatever, because it's not a big part of her tour. I'm surprised they're saying, because it wasn't as if it was a big piece of her tour. It's such a small thing. I'm like, y'all nitpicking. It's a whole nitpicking thing. But also on night 2, she had a whole bunch of glitches or whatever. It was thing that did not go right. At one point, the screen had kind of went off and everything. So she's had a couple of little glitches, but that happens on all tours. The first month of a tour, the first 4-5 shows, you get out the kinks, okay? And I'm happy that even in Vegas, the Spirit people said now, hey, we don't want that part in your thing. Cool, take it out. I will cut it out and then fuck y'all. So Beyonce tour will still be going on without a hitch, in my opinion, but that was being messy. Shannon Sharp's. This is not the Michelle that Shannon was with on that porn IG video. This is a Michelle he messed around with back in supposedly 2010 or whatever. She allegedly said, she accused him of, raping her, raping her in 2010. And she was talking.
2010 incident, and then it came to abrupt end because I wanted, we were arguing and he was threatening me and stuff like that after, but I didn't see him again after he raped me.
Now a lot of folks are saying I seen people being messy about how she looks now as an older Caucasian woman, but she probably looked different back then. So don't make it seem as if, he went. Stop it. Okay, because how he look now, he ain't look back then either.
What led up to that fight, that 2010 fight that you guys, I know that the argument ensued first before he allegedly raped you?
The argument was about the fact that he had removed one girl from his house and put another girl in his house and didn't tell me. And he had asked me to break up with my husband at the time. We were just dating. So I was dating Shannon and my husband at the same time.
Bitch, what? Your husband? How can somebody, girl?
Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. The 2010 incident. Shannon asked me to break up with my husband. And I don't recall for sure, but I think I did. And so, you know, it's like, wait a minute, you want me to be with just you, but you want to move somebody into your house and not even tell me? So that's what it stemmed from.
If you dating somebody, you're a married woman, and he moves someone else to his house, but you live with your husband, ain't that kind of fair game? So Shannon can't ask her to leave her husband, but she also can't be upset if he moved a woman in his house because y'all both live with somebody else.
He's not a faithful person, so I wasn't going to be faithful to a non-faithful person. It just doesn't work that way. Not for me anyway.
Can you tell us just broadly, I know it's probably painful to relive this situation, but can you tell us generally what happened that day?
It was fighting, and usually we fought on the phone and not in person. So it was.
So he has a habit of doing dumb shit over the phone. Okay.
It was the biggest argument that we ever got in. And he was controlling, he was domineering. Shannon asked me to break up. You know, he was manhandling me beforehand, and he wanted to have sex, and I told him no. I told him no, because you gave it to somebody else. I didn't only tell him no, I told him why. And
you gave that dick to somebody else, so no, you cannot have my vagina.
He wouldn't take no for an answer, so he overpowered me.
And y'all don't know means no. No always means no.
Put me to my knees, put his penis in my mouth, and after he got enough of that, he put me on the bed. And, you know, this was all a struggle. So I had said no, and I said no, even though I was thinking that. And so it was the hardest. Yeah, this is too hard. You know, he was manhandling me. So again, that's what she looked like back in the day. I think that's why they show her old photographs or whatever. Shannon and them, like, you know, they saying that she lying, basically. Which we have no surprise when someone famous in the news. People come out, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's exaggerations. There's some blatant misrepresentations of facts. It says, Ms. Evans became obsessed with Shannon and decided to manufacture a claim against him. When she could not find a lawyer to pursue her outright story, she filed a civil complaint on her own that is completely devoid of merit. The fact that Shannon has had no contact with this lady for many years, and is our understanding that she is still on probation for serving the 3 years in prison when she tried to kill her husband. So, you know, Shannon, it was the 2000. There's a picture of her like talking to him. Where is it? Years ago. Is it this one? I thought it was one of them like talking years ago, and kind of how she looked back then. And even how he looked back then. But I don't know how you forget if you broke up with a husband or not. There's a lot to her story that seems plausible, but also a bit manufactured. It's what it sounds like is they for sure was out here fucking. I'm saying what it sounds like is they had some kind of relationship back in the day, and either he took it too far and raping her, or she is upset now and she's saying this, that, and the other. We don't know which one is true. You know, again, say that she sued him in 2023, claiming rape, and then I don't think we ever heard of her to look this. So this is, you know, back then. That's her. That's him. Again, I said how he looked back then and how she looked back then. It's all different. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very much so. And it also shows he has a type.
So Shannon has made some beds that he has to lie in, and that's on him. I feel like I don't know what to believe, but child, it's not he probably did that. Basketball wise. Now the show starts tomorrow. They were doing promo for Basketball Wives, and while asking Jennifer Williams some questions about her and Evelyn, Jennifer married that man who they say is a scammer. They say that Jennifer's husband, now because he did some jail time and whatnot. So we know that Evelyn has had some negative things to say about her husband, and Jennifer had this to say about Evelyn. And Jackie is being messy as hell because while at their promotion event, Jackie was live on social media on her phone.
And everybody's business, but doesn't want to talk about what's going on in her house. And, happy hoes ain't hating.
Jen saying happy hoes ain't hating is hilarious.
Happy hoes ain't hating. That's going online somewhere. So did you feel that Evelyn was, what do you feel was the motivation, or at least in this first episode? I haven't seen the rest of the season. What do you think was her motivation to make everybody be concerned or overly concerned about your choice to get married to your now husband?
Jealousy. I don't know what her concern is, because honestly, I can't speak for her. But my thing is, Evelyn has never been she's never been married. She's never been in a successful marriage. So she is not one to give advice to anyone. You got to sit this out.
Now, Evelyn was not at this event. Shawnee was not there either. Jen is talking real snazzy, child. She is real like, bitch. She ain't been married, okay? That girl ain't been no wife. She ain't had no successful. When Evelyn and Chad Ochocinco was married, they was married for like a month or something like that or whatever. I mean, I can agree with Jen that a person who has been engaged a couple of times but never been married, except that one time that lasted a month, you can't tell me about marriage because you have not been in one. Now, if friend want to say, hey, I think your relationship has some red flags. I think your man may not be the best person for you. That's not her speaking on their marriage. I think that's her as a friend saying, girl, I see red flag. The same way Jen told Evelyn, girl, don't marry Chad. Don't do that. And she married him anyway. And then we know what happened. So I do think there's a difference between friends advising you, hey, I see red flags. Maybe don't get married. Maybe wait it out. I think that is something Evelyn can't advise on because Evelyn is not a whore, okay? She is just a woman who has dated many men. And she should know red flags because she is a red flag. So I think Jen's comments is probably based on them not being friends right now on the show or in real life, okay? But I do wonder if Evelyn was there, would she have said the same thing? Probably not. Porsha. So a lot of folk don't like Porsha right now. Okay, we don't like her on the show or the Housewives. It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. People were commenting on Porsha on social media. Okay, someone said I was so excited for your return, just to see you being so mean, dismissive. This is with love. And Porsha said, I'm with you on that. Too bad you were only getting half of reality. Check out my YouTube. It's in real time, love. I have seen Porsha's YouTube because I have to watch it, for content. Porsha's YouTube does not give any insight. Porsha's YouTube is just her talking about everyone else. Porsha's YouTube doesn't give or make her look any better, in my opinion. I feel like Porsha's YouTube is a money grab. And it's smart, fine, whatever. But Porsha does not want... Oh, God. If y'all hear bump, 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 my neighbor, let's cut his music on. But Porsha is not showing any grace. She's not giving us any extra information. She's not explaining what's going on in her life that makes her look better. Porsha's YouTube is only a click and a view type of thing. It is her showing like her life at the house, cooking some hot dog with Dennis. You know what I'm saying? We seen her eat some cake with Pilar, her daughter PJ. But I feel like it's still not giving who she is, what happened, and why she seems so mean, rude, and dismissive on the show. She's not going into any of that. So even her saying, watch my channel, a click in the view. Bravo was absolutely going to bring Porsha back next season. The only person that probably would not bring back will possibly be Britt because of the backlash of her. But Porsha will be back next season, and Porsha may be able to, at that point, discuss Simon if he's still child detained some damn where by the peoples. I don't know. And I get that this season that because Simon had a whole bunch of bullshit going on and, court and all that, she couldn't speak directly on some things. But however, she's still being mean to other people and she's still being dismissive of other people. She's still playing throw rock had her hand. But I know they're going to bring her back next season. I'm not even going to act like that isn't going to happen because I know it is. Now, lastly, because again, I did not want to be on here long, and we was almost at 2 hours. I want to, because we did Kandi. Okay. Oh, y'all know Shannon. Now y'all know Shannon Sharp, old assistant. Okay, the former stylist Russell Hollywood Simpson posted on social media saying, see, when I was around, you never heard anything with word. I had everything so organized. I'm like, so is the stylist saying that Shannon been fucking young people and he had the right folks around him to keep it under wraps? And then once he did not have the stylist around him, that things went awry. I don't know. But either way it go, I hope Shannon don't have any more young people. And I'm like, what style is that? Because the stylist used to always be around, and then out the blue, he went away. I felt like Shannon paid that man to go away, and that's it. We did Porsha, we did Mary. I don't care about Kanye and them. Yeah, let's just do. So Tasha K. Okay, Tasha was on. Y'all know Tasha does her own stuff and whatnot, but she has some information. Now y'all know I don't really watch Love and Hip Hop anymore. I may have to start back because I need to get out my cuss outness on certain shows. That's what I'm gonna do with Best Wives. So if there is a new season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, I may review it. I don't know. But I know that Mendecees and Yandy have been having cheating allegations. There have been many rumors about Mendecees cheating on Yandy. That wasn't him out. That was me talking to people or whatever. Well, Tasha K said, girl, we got some proof that Mendecees is cheating.
Came from a very high profile source. The receipts that we just got on Mendecees, we all knew when he was on Love and Hip Hop and he was talking about Yandy wasn't taking care of her wifely duty and she would rather work than take care of him. His ego was bruised because, he was kind of limited at what he could do. He was used to being a dope boy that was wanted by everybody. And now Yandy,
not a dope boy.
You don't really need this nigga. And so this is the type of nigga here that needs women to make him feel like a man because he is shaped and talks just like a female.
Oh.
Mendecees is giving stud. His son is more masculine than him, bitch.
I don't think Mendecees is feminine. I don't think.
Now, so we just got word in real time. Some receipts were sent to us. We did promise the girl that we would give her anonymity. He knows who she is because he blocked her today. Put up the block receipt, Jasmine. That was fast. And, you know, she got her receipts before. I asked her to send a screenshot of the DMs, and she did that. So let me pull up mine. So the voice note, we got him. Give me 1 second. He goes in the next text, like real bad. You can, and she says, you can have me. He says, I can't even front no more. I'll let you have, she said, I'll let you have me. He said, we'll see. And then she goes, I will. She's from North Carolina, by the way. He goes, you know,
I had said before, there are people that go to the Carolinas, and I don't know why. And so her mentioning that this lady lives in you know, the Carolina, I'm like, do I need to go to the Carolina? I may need to go down there and find my person.
You be busy. And then she goes, so you don't want me? And then he goes, I do, absolutely do. We have a voice recording. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, usually, you know, real beautiful women are.
If y'all hear some boom, boom, booming, the music just came on upstairs, so I can't help that right now.
Not into, you know, just pleasing men, or just, you know, you know, they make it all about themselves, and you know that can pretty much be difficult or complicated.
Now, when I first listened to this audio, at first I was like, it sounds like someone trying to sound like Mendecees. At first,
to make it work, but however, you don't strike me from us talking. You don't strike me that way, and that's amazing. And and that is very, very attractive. Oh my God. You have that's like the best of all worlds collide together. Oh my God, that's have an impact.
now she posted that one, and she also posted this one.
You know you're gonna make me faint, right? So I think I'm gonna have to give you like my whole heart eyes emoji that I have in my phone, and I'm about to like dead, like really faint. You send me a video for like that again, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna pass out. Somebody gonna ask me like, what's wrong? Why he's on the floor? You know you're gonna make me faint, right? So I think I'm gonna have to give you like my whole heart eyes emoji that I have in my phone, and I'm about to like dead, like really faint. You send me a video for like that again, I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna pass out. Somebody gonna ask me like, what's wrong? Why he's on the floor?
I don't know, y'all. A part of me feel like yeah, leave a voice notes is stupid. That's stupid. So I don't know. When I first heard, I was like, "Ooh, it sound like it do sound like him." But at the same time, it also sound like someone trying to sound like him. But why would anyone go that far to frame Mendecees? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it wouldn't make sense for anyone to get somebody who sounds like Mendecees, because like Mendecees ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? So one is dumb if he left voice notes, for one, because this is all alleged. All alleged. It's dumb if he, you know, knowingly sent voice notes. Yandy and Baby, look, I don't even, are they legally married? I don't think it's legal. But I digress. It doesn't matter. Yandy and Mendecees need to admit they have some sort of an open marriage. You know, meaning even if Mendecees is messing with somebody else, Yandy not going nowhere. So putting out proof that he said this or that, she not that's her husband. That's my man. She ain't going. She's just like Rashida. I'm not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So did Tasha expose Yandy husband secrets? I mean, yes, but none of it is gonna make Yandy leave him. Yandy will they may not even respond to what Tasha's saying, even though it sound like him. It sounds like him. So who knows? All I know is this: if you are in a marriage and it is an open marriage, it's better to say we have an open-ish marriage. I'm not going nowhere. If my husband is messing with other women, I know about it, so leave me alone. Than making it seem as if these women are lying. You can't keep making it seem as if the women are lying or it's really you that was sending whatever back and forth, whatever, because now there are voice notes of his voice. And it sounds like him. Now, could it be someone acting like Mendecees? Yes. But who had time to act like Mendecees? Anyway, that's all. Okay, that's all I have for today because I got other things to do. Now, y'all know to go ahead and watch the other content from my channel and stuff. I also did other things and stuff. Okay, do not forget to also watch my Beyond the Gates reviews. I am posting more on TikTok as well. And again, I am reviewing Housewives of Atlanta. I'm going to start reviewing Basketball Wives because it starts a new season tomorrow. And stuff. So I will have content up on Monday and Tuesday mornings because I'm not only doing lives. Okay. I hope I had a good time. We did almost 2 hours today. I did not do the hours. Like I'm gonna do an hour and that's it. I'll be 2 hours in. So yeah, I'm gonna chill out for the rest of the Sunday. My Housewives of Atlanta review will be up tomorrow morning and stuff. Okay. So I love you all. Thank y'all for watching. For rocking with me. Okay. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oh, damn. The Met Gala is tomorrow. So Tuesday's live will be a full Met Gala fashion review because y'all know that Met Gala is what we do. Before you go, have you figured out what us? Because they're only doing jury selections, I don't plan unless Diddy come to court tomorrow and he's in a skirt set with a bald head, you know what I'm saying? But jury selections is not going to be a big thing. But once the court proceedings, the trial starts, I'll probably cover stuff like the following day. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know tomorrow is just like they're picking the jury. So unless there's some kind of you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm not gonna cover the jury selections or whatever. So we shall see. Okay. But again, it will still be some kind of weekly covering of it all. It may not be same day stuff. It may be if whatever happened on Monday, I'll cover on Tuesday. So yeah. Anyway, I gotta go. I love you all. Okay, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until tomorrow, y'all, I gotta go. Bye.